We're back with another episode of Flockast, and I'm joined, as always, with Mr. Colin Long. What's going on, Colin?
Yeah, we're just getting started on the right track here. Good morning, Jake. Or good afternoon now. It's 12:44. Sometimes we try it once, sometimes we try it more times, but we got it this time. How you doing today, bud?
Not bad. Trying not to have a meltdown with these technical difficulties we've already had this morning. Yeah, this is our third go around. But we do have some good news. We have the 8x10 announcement today at noon. That happened.
Yep. So here's something that Shannon has picked up. And it is that when Pigeons are typically doing an announcement, look out for them at noon. It seems to be a very common time they post for things like this. So if you're ever waiting, just, I'm sure they'll change it just now that I've said that, but it seems like noon's a good announcement time. But we have until tomorrow to get tickets, which I'm glad they didn't do the announcement with the ticket on sale, considering the show is only about, 5 days away? No, nothing like wait until the last second to get these announcements out, but we had some suspicion it was coming, so our hotel is extended, and hopefully everything goes well at on sale tomorrow.
Yeah. At the 8x10, not many tickets going to be available, so those are probably going to sell out almost instantly, so you got to have your trigger finger ready on those ones. I don't know if...
Pew, 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 pew.
Exactly. I don't know if me and Tiffany and I are going to be able to make it just because we're going to be gone for almost 3 days already, and then there's reports of bad weather coming through, so we'll probably end up heading home on that one, which is unfortunate, but not so fortunate.
Yeah, I'm hoping the weather is overstated, but everyone just be prepared for the worst. So yeah, we were going to drive home on Sunday after the show, but after seeing there was some weather announcements, we figured just better be safe and just extend our hotel out. And thank God the price was low. So I was like waiting to see it just like be triple what the normally rate was, and you're just like, son of a pin. All right.
Yeah.
But no, it was better. So hey, I love when a plan comes together. So yeah, it's their 50th show. I think that's kind of like a crazy number for it to land on as well, if I read that correctly.
Yeah, that's what they said, the 50th show at the 8x10. So that's pretty amazing. And it's going to be their last show because it's being sold or demolished or something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but it's no longer going to be the 8x10 after this year.
Which is sad, when you hear about the 8x10 or like in Vermont, Nectar's, these are kind of like iconic venues that have been around and, so many people have come through there. This is where I wish I was a millionaire, right? If I had the money, I'd be like, I'll just buy it, keep it running. That's fine. Maybe someday I'll be in that position too, but I'm not right now, unfortunately, unless anybody wants to start a GoFundMe. I'm a couple dollars short today.
Just a couple dollars. But we also have some other news. Other news that we got going on is that we are hosting a meetup Saturday before the show at Power Plant Live at Lucky's Tavern, which is right up the street from Soundstage. So
it's across the street. I mean, up the street's even saying it's too much. I mean, the entrance to Power Plant Live is like across the street from the Soundstage entrance. So that's how close it is. It's easy to come over, pop in for a second. It's free to get into. No reason to not stop by and say hello. Shannon's all excited. She's getting all the funk and good stuff set up for it. Actually, right now, she's setting our table up in the other room. It's been a couple of days. We haven't vented in, it felt like forever, but it's been like 2 months for us because of the winter. We just haven't done a lot of outdoor stuff. So, yeah, she got the table out. We're getting ready for it. So, yeah, that should be fun. I'm glad they set it up for us. Shout out to Power Plant for hooking it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. They're able to do this one free of charge, and we just need some people to come out and take care of the people that are taking care of us that day. So come out. Tiffany's got candles. I'll have tie-dyes. I got these new tie-dye beanies I'll be having, just a few of them. So
nice.
If you're interested in grabbing one of these guys, I'll have about 6 of them. But yeah, last time we were on the show, we had Jenny joining us, Jenny from the Flock, talking right before she was about to head out on her flight to Denver. So we got 2 shows to go over real quick. And then we'll talk a little bit about the impeding weekend, as Colin referred to it.
The impeding weekend, exactly. Look, the FOMO was for real for Denver. I wish I really could have made it happen because I think there were special shows. I mean, they're just not just the set list, but having the Beans with them. I think that was kind of, especially for both bands together. I mean, they played together for a long time. These guys have been friends a long time. And it really showed their chemistry on stage. I watched the stream both nights, which was great because I was able to kind of watch Fish stream, and then as soon as I was done with that, hop right over to Pigeon stream and was able to catch both. So that was a fun way to ring in the new year. And yeah, I mean, 2 very different shows. Obviously, the New Year show, a lot more, not sit-ins, but covers. But I think the 30th was a super tight Pigeon show. And High Wire, and I think I said this before, but all right, I get it now. You know.
Yeah, they just released a video of that live from the show on YouTube, so you're able to go back and listen to that. Yeah, it's going to be one of their hot singles on probably their next album or something like that, I'm telling you. But then, yeah, Friday the 30th. No, it wasn't Friday. What was it, Tuesday? Or whatever day it was?
Something
whatever.
Like that.
The 30th was...
It was the 30th.
Yeah, it was my favorite show so far. Of the 2, not so far, but of the 2 shows. And then you got the encore of Gator singing Rocky Mountain Way. How about that?
Right.
Our generation's Levon Helm is what Andy Frasco said.
Oh, that's so funny. I love any time they get Gator singing on anything. He definitely turns
great.
it up.
But you got that Avalanche and Blue Light to Around the World, Fade Fast. Yeah, that second set was amazing. I've just been listening.
Don't overlook the Mine. I mean, that song has become such a beast. I think people are sleeping on it still, but don't sleep on Mine.
No, definitely don't sleep on Mine. I wasn't skipping over it at all. I was just saying it's strong.
You were skipping over it.
It's a strong set after the opener Mine, dude. I was coming back to it, but
I'm sure you were.
Whatever. Beanstalk bust out. Was surprised to hear that, but it's kind of fitting for Beans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have guessed that one potentially, but yeah, Big Julia, Right Track, High Wire, Distant Times, No Quarter of Schwa. I mean, yeah, solid standalone show. Really set up for the next night. 2-night run at the Ogden. Yeah, what I gotta say is I really loved the ski suits that they had made. Those were super awesome. And you could tell it was getting hot in those things because Greg kept sneaking it down a little more. And I'm like, ooh, Greg. He's, I was waiting to I'll turn around. He has got it zipped all the way down. I'm like, ooh, all right. But yeah, that was super fun. Yeah, I liked how Jeremy also had on the little the headband horns.
Yeah,
it was hard to pick up on the stream at first. I'm watching like, what the hell is he wearing on his head? And I started laughing when I saw what it was.
Yeah, but great show. Great. And shout out Jack Harper. It was his 150th show.
Damn.
So shout out Jackie boy on that one. I love how they finished encore with Horizon Dawn a New Day.
Right. Exactly. Wait, was his 150 on the 31st or on the 30th?
The 31st. I think New Year's was.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I'm not mistaken with how I interpreted what he said. My highlight for me on this set one would be probably the Go With It. I really enjoyed that. Been enjoying that one.
Yeah. I really I didn't catch a lot of the shows they did with this, but when they did the Miss You, that was I've been sleeping on them to covering that song this whole time. I don't know. I want to go back to some other versions and listen to it if they were that good. But they really brought that all the way down, then all the way back up. That was a super cool version of that.
I actually didn't. I've only listened to the show. I wasn't watching the live stream because I ended up going to. I listened to the first set, but the second set I was at Acoustic Hookah's show for a little bit. Just
How was that?
By the time I got there, I had to work until 10. By the time I got there, it was pretty packed, and New Year's is just crazy. So ended up just chilling in the back a little bit. But Sweeney is amazing on the guitar. But
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Didn't get crazy. I left right after New Year's, after the ball drop. So that's all my experience for that.
Do we know where does the ball drop reference come from? Like, how did that start? It's the weirdest thing, the way you ring in a New Year. Because remember when I was a kid, I used to picture them like the ball drop, and you'd see the ball, and I thought they were just going to drop the whole thing, and it smashes on the ground, and everyone's like, yeah, like that's what my little kid brain thought of it, right? And then when I saw what they really do, I'm like, this is stupid. Like, how does this come about that everyone every year, yeah, let's do this ball drop thing again? Everyone loves it. It's a hit. It's like, all right, I get counting down at midnight. Fine, that kind of makes sense. We're crossing over the threshold or whatever. Fine, but yeah, the ball, I don't know. Shots fired. The ball, you're burnt.
Should be a ping pong ball.
Right there. See, now we're talking. Now it bounces. And you got to try to get it. But it was I thought, the ball drop also, as I noticed, it went off this year without a hitch. So, shout out to the production team for getting the balloons to fall on time.
Yeah,
I think 2 years in a row they had a mishap. Was it 2 years in a row?
I think it was 3. That's why it was like a joke for so long, because I think it was 3. Because I think it started.
You almost got to keep it going.
Nashville. Yeah. No, I think it started in Pittsburgh, actually.
Yeah, I don't think in Nashville it happened. I think we were on time there. I think it was, definitely Pittsburgh.
I don't know. But
yeah, I don't know either.
Went without a hitch this year.
Nice.
Okay, so this weekend, unless you want to talk anything else about New Year's.
Yeah, just fuck you, Greg, for getting that damn song in my head. I swear to God, I don't like that song. I don't know how to CeeLo. My cat's name is CeeLo, unrelated to CeeLo Green. I'm not a big fan of his, because I saw him live one time and it was so terrible, and I missed Beck at the festival. I could have gone and seen instead. And I don't know if I've told the story, but his voice was blown out. It was during the Gnarls Barkley days, and he was doing that song, Must Be Crazy. And it was just terrible. His voice was awful. And I'm like, my friends all wanted to be there. So I was like, fine, stay with the friends. Then I was like, F this. I'm going to go run over and try to catch Beck. And as I run over to the Beck set, there's this people in mascot costumes, a bear, an astronaut, like a squirrel, just trashing the stage. And I'm like, what did I miss that led up to this?
Yeah,
so I've never let CeeLo Green forgive them for that. So anyway, it was kind of funny that Greg can get this song stuck in my head from New Year. So that was a fun one there. And then I never heard that song Cocaine Blues, and I guess they changed the lyrics to Champagne, which I guess makes sense. That's fine. But that was actually a fun little cover as well. I was kind of digging on that one. Days after, once I kind of figured, Shannon, this is how I feel like a boomer sometimes. She's like, here's the song that the guys were playing, and she pulls it up on Spotify for me, and I'm like, oh, thanks, all right, appreciate it. But yeah, I thought it was a cool set, a lot of fun. End with an FU into Horizon, dawn a new day. Call it a year. Now we're on to 2026 and this weekend, which will be back in Baltimore.
For two sold out shows.
Soon to be 3 sold out shows. I'm going to pretty much just call that one.
3 sold out shows. Yes. Wasn't expecting them to sell out so soon. Went to buy tickets on the Monday 2 weeks beforehand. They were still for sale. I was going to see if Tiffany wanted to do VIP, so checked with her. Next day came back, they were sold out. So I was like, holy shit.
What's even funnier about the timing of it was I'd woken up that morning and I was like going through some stuff in my head, just kind of organizing my life. And I go, oh, but let me check what tickets I have. Oh, is it on Axis? Wait, no, it's on Ticketmaster. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't have tickets. So I'm like, all right, I'll just buy them right now. So I went to the Friday. I bought to the Friday. Or I went to the 2-day pass. 2-day pass sold out. No problem. Went to Friday. Went to Saturday, sold out. And then like literally within 3 minutes, you text me and go, Saturday sold out, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I just figured that out. Like, I was like, and then I go online. I see that Jenny, that I see, so many people didn't have tickets. And I'm like, fuck, at least I feel better that I wasn't the only person who slept on it. But I thought I had tickets the whole time. I would have bet my wallet that I was like, oh, I got tickets for that. I'm not gonna wait on that one.
Yeah.
But thank you. I got tickets. I managed to find Saturdays. Thank you, Jake. And then I was able to get tickets that I found that actually I was able to get one to Jenny so she can get someone in. So it's all kind of seems to be working out for everybody. So cool.
Yeah. Sometimes all you have to do is call the box office, and that's what we ended up doing. And we got a box office call in.
I mean, the most obvious idea is sometimes the last one you think of. I would never have thought just to call the box office.
Yeah. Shout out Megan
Brilliant.
at the box office. Tiffany was able to get even fee-free tickets, 4 of them. So
boom. We in there like
bang.
swimwear.
We are. We're good to go. Yeah, super excited about these shows. First 2 shows of the year. So they're going to throw down. They're sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be big, tight crowd. So show up early if you can. That's why we're going to do that meetup so people can have a place to come out and hang a little bit rather than in the street. So come out to the meetup on Saturday. We'll be there. So come say hey. You never know who might come by.
Shannon was laughing at that, but I'm like, hey, all right. And I love Soundwave. I mean, I always think back to my first time I ever went there was I got locked out of almost shut out of a Biscuit show. And I got up there and I thought I could buy a ticket. The box office couldn't. And I just put my hand in the air and I'm the only person out front trying to get a ticket. Only one. So I'm just like, all right, either it's best case scenario or worst case scenario, because if there's one extra floating, I'm going to get it because no one else is even going for it. And so the people keep going in. Finally, like everybody's in, and the show's about to start, and all of a sudden this chick comes out, and she's wearing like an R2D2 costume, because it was like around Halloween, and she had a ticket on her phone and hands me the phone, and she was a bartender that I met at a restaurant the day before, and we were chatting about the show tonight because she said she was going to go as well. So she saw me out there, had a friend that had a ticket, and brought it out to me. She's like, "Don't run away with his phone." I'm like, "No, it's fine. I'll just take it in. It's all good." So I've never been shut out of the sound wave, and I didn't want to start this weekend at the Pigeons. So I'm glad we're in.
Yeah, dang, that's a crazy story. That's awesome, though.
Yeah. I've had a few times where I was at shows that were way, way sold out. And just I was at an Humphrey show at the Electric Factory in Philly. Same thing. There was like 30 people out front with their hand up, though. And I wasn't the only one this time. It was like a flood of people, and I needed 2. And so sure enough, one guy walks up to me, goes, "You need one?" I go, "Yeah." Boom. All right, only need 1 left. And there's still, again, 30 people out there. Soon as I get that ticket, a guy comes up, offers me $200 for it. My friend's like, "Sell it to him. Let's go to the bar." And I'm like, "Fuck no. We need to go inside of the show. I'm not selling these tickets for shit. I just worked this hard to get it." So I managed to hustle a second one. We went in, but he was like, swore, like, "Dude, let's sell these tickets." He's not a fan. So he's like, "I'd rather just go take that and put it on a bar tab and get some dinner." But Humphreys raged. It was well worth it.
Nice.
Always persevere. You never know. You just don't give up. You'll get that ticket.
Yeah, or you can always try to sneak in. That works sometimes too.
Right. I was trying to, in my head, I'm like, do I have to send Jeremy flowers? Like, what do I got to do here to get into this show? Like,
no, I told Ben. Ben was like, "What are you doing? Like, why did you wait?" I was like, "What do you mean why I wait? This is like 3 weeks." He's like, "Yeah, we're selling out shows again, man." So I was like, yeah, I was like, "Hell yeah, that's great for everyone."
I mean, look, I love to see it. I want to see him selling out shows. I want to see him selling bigger rooms. I want to see him sell the new Sphere they're talking about in Maryland. A 6,000 seater doesn't seem impossible by 2028. You figure that place will probably be open in 2.5 years. All right. The boys got some work to do. We got to build some fan base. I think they could sell it out. That'd be dope, wouldn't it? I mean, a boy can dream.
It's in DC, right? I mean, could definitely get a decent draw. What if?
Right. You figure if they're going to do it anywhere in their hometown.
Yeah, they'll probably end up doing some shit like Goose and Pigeons.
Right. But I think, if anything, Goose could probably almost sell out the regular one right now for 2 nights. If they're doing MSG, it's funny. They announced those MSG shows for next year, and it's right during Luke and Laura's wedding. So I was like, hey, guys, do you think you can finish the wedding before the show starts? I'm just like, it show's at 8. It's about an hour away, so we need to get down there. So if you cut the wedding off around like 6:30, it'd be great.
At 6:30. Yeah, that's
They didn't like the idea, but I was fine. I'd rather go to their weddings than Goose anyway. So, but they did get dates that were right on potential conflicts with playoffs. So that always just tells me why they got those time slots, is because there's a chance that the Knicks could knock them out of those shows and they reschedule, or the Rangers. But it seems Rangers are unlikely, as I've been told by Rangers fans. Not having their season, I guess, but such is life.
Well, you want to go through tour dates then, real quick?
Yeah, dude. Let's look forward. What's coming up?
We've got Baltimore with this weekend. Just was talking about that, and then the next shows are going to be 2 nights at Mr. Small's Theater in Pittsburgh, and those are probably going to absolutely sell out. You got Karina Reichman and Big Blitz opening for those 2 nights. And then February 26th, 27th, and 28th, they head up to the Northeast, Higher Ground, Burlington on the 26th, State Theater in Portland, Maine on the 27th, and Empire Live in Albany, New York on the 28th. And then March, they start to head south. They start a tour in Savannah, Georgia on March 4th. The 5th, they're in Jacksonville, which is going to be a heater of a show because it's, we've been talking about it, but it's the city the last time where the fire marshal had to come shut down at the last venue. They're not playing at that.
Let's not oversell it this time.
Yeah, they're not playing at that venue. They're playing at a different place. So hopefully should not shut down. And then March 6th, they're at Stuffy's, as Colin refers to it. And then the 7th,
it's
Janice. Hot. It's hot. Hot one. Hot. March 7th, they are playing at Janice Live in St. Petersburg. And then the 8th, they're in Fort Lauderdale with the Culture Room. And those 3 dates, those last 3 dates, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, they are playing with Lotus. So they're co-headlining with Lotus. Nice. And then the 10th, they had Birmingham, Alabama. The 11th, they're in the Basement East in Nashville. I will be at that show. March 12th, they're in Indianapolis. I will be at that show at the Vogue Theater. March 13th, St. Andrews Hall in Detroit, Michigan. We'll be at that show, and then they finish this little tour through the Rust Belt at the Bluestone in Columbus, Ohio. And I will definitely be at that show. And then they got some new announces that came through last week. A little Colorado.
Coming back to Virginia.
Well, they got Colorado right before that. March 24th, 25th, 26th, 28th, and 29th. They start off in Grand Junction, head to Steamboat, Estes Park, and finish that up in Aspen at the Belly Up, and then back to Virginia at the Norva in Norfolk, and then 2 nights at the Town Ballroom in Buffalo, New York. So that's their tour.
So it's
currently.
So it's interesting. So now that we have the 8x10 show confirmed, that'll be my 98th show. The Norva will be my 99th show. So now it's just like, all right, where do I do number 100 at? And I can't wait till Dome Fest. That's not a possibility.
Hey, yeah, you have to figure it out. After this weekend's going to be 143, and then after the little Nashville 43, 44, 45. Detroit will be 150, it looks like, and then Columbus is going to be 151. Yeah, Detroit, dude.
Come on, let's go crazy.
Yeah. But that's a short one today. We just wanted to get one out before this weekend, let people know about that meetup that we're doing. So come out to Power Plant Live. We're going to be in Lucky's Tavern. We're going to have some vendors. We got me, Colin. I've been talking to someone else named Wonky Beer who does ceramics and mugs and stuff like that. And maybe a jeweler. So we're going to see what we got by the end of this week. Let everyone know. And, yeah, hope to see you guys out there.
All right. See you in Baltimore. Peace.